Assalamu alaikum everyone, this is Mustafa Abdurrahman Ahmed. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And this video we're going to talk about another topic will be about At-Tahara. At-Tahara is purity. Linguistically it means to be clean, but in terminology it means to purify oneself from hadath and najis. And this is because one of the important topic of whenever you study the books that talk about prayers and hajj and talk about the pillars of Islam first, but before that they start something called at-tahara, because this is the key and one of the most important conditions for the salah, for it to be accepted. So we wanted to talk about what is tahara. الطهارة هي رفع الحدث وإزالة النجس. It is to uplift from oneself from the rituals impurity and the physical impurity. So what's the difference between hadith and najis? Najis is those things that are impure that you cannot pray with them, and in order to rectify that is to wash the clothes using water. For example, if I have a urine here, I just simply wash it and I just squeeze it a little bit. And then there's something called hadith. Hadith is what prevents you from wudu, and you have to either perform wudu or ghusl in order to so that you can pray. And there are reasons what makes you to perform wudu, and what are the things that makes you to perform ghusl in order for you to pray. Okay. So we talk as we've defined what wudu is. So what now the thing is, how do you purify oneself? Is by using water. That's very simple. Okay, so what are the things that requires wudu? Okay, the things that requires wudu is so when, as we said, that one of the conditions, there are reasons that makes us that makes us to perform wudu. As we know that one of the conditions for the salah is that you need to have purity, whether through wudu, through ghusl, and physically, that there should not be any najasa on your clothes or the place that you're praying, whether it's the mat or the floor, the place that you are praying. One thing that we need to understand is that everything, the default is that it is pure, unless we know that you can see that there's some impurity, or you're 100% sure that there are najasa on it. Other than that, if you don't have these three, then the best thing is that to say that they are considered to be pure and you can pray with it. This is the asl. But of course, once you know that, you're 100% sure that there are najasa on it, and you know that for sure, then yeah, you should not pray within that. You should change yourself, and you should watch the place that, or you can find another place where it's pure for you to pray, and you should change the cloth or wash it, so that you can pray with it and it becomes pure. Okay, what are the things that requires wudu? Now this is the topic that talks about what are the things that nullifies one's wudu. So the first thing is you urinate, you defecate, or you pass wind, or you sleep, or you eat camel's meat. So these are the 5 things that breaks one's wudu. And also some of the scholars included touching one's private part, and this is because they say that there's one hadith that says that if you touch your private part, make wudu. And one says that the Prophet was asked, should we make wudu after we touch our private part? And the Prophet said that it's part of your body. So the scholars from there, it's like we know that it doesn't need, you don't need wudu from that hadith which we just mentioned. So the scholars differed over. One of them say that it breaks one's wudu in all cases. Others say that it doesn't break. Others took the middle path. They combined the two hadith which say that if you touched it with desire, then they said it breaks wudu. But if you do not touch it without desire, then it does not break one's wudu. For example, you touched it unintentionally, you did not mean it, like whenever you want to change and then accidentally you touch the private part, they say that this case it doesn't break one's wudu. And I take the opinion that by just combining the two hadith, and this is best for us. And of course, to make wudu once you touch the private part is the safer and best of all. What about regards to eating camel's meat? Yeah, there are some scholars say that it doesn't break one's wudu, because they say that they quote the general ruling which says that you don't have to make wudu anything that was cooked from fire. At the beginning, the first ruling was that anything that was cooked from fire, you have to make wudu, which it mean your wudu would be broken. But and another time, another ruling came that says you don't have to make wudu from what which was not from what was not cooked from that which was cooked from fire. From there, they said that camel's meat is also one of them. They say that the general hadith. Others say that there is a specific hadith related to it. They say that the Prophet was asked, "Should I make wudu after I eat the meat from the sheep?" He said, "If you want to make wudu, no problem," meaning that your wudu is not broken. Then he was asked, "Should I make wudu after I eat camel's meat?" The Prophet said, "Yes, make wudu after you eat camel's meat." Compare the two, the mutton and camel's meat. Two different questions and two different answers. And this is a clear cut, anyone would say, because when he was asked about the meat from the sheep, he said that it's your choice. You want to make wudu. If you don't want to make, don't make wudu. Then you still have wudu. That means. But as for camel meat, the Prophet said that no, you have to make wudu. He said yes, you have to make wudu, meaning that your wudu is broken. He didn't say if you want. He said make wudu. So which is a clear cut that says eating camel's meat breaks one's wudu. Okay. This is Hadith al-Asghar. Hadith al-Akbar, the major impurity, is that there are many reasons that there are some reasons that cause. I just want to mention some of them, which is woman in her menses. Once her menses ends, or when the postnatal bleeding ends, she has to perform ghusl. And the other reason could be ejaculation through wet dream, whether you wash something and you release some semen. This breaks one's this requires ghusl. So how do you perform ghusl? There are two things. You need the intention of performing ghusl in order to pray. Secondly, is that you need to wash your whole body. Then all of your you have to wash your whole body. So this is the introduction of the main thing that we talk about Taharah, just introducing the important part that we need to know. So this is I would like to end the video here. So we see you guys in another video.